Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you a question that might make you uncomfortable. Are you truly grateful, or are you just lazy? Yeah, I know, that stings. But I don't care about your feelings. I care about the truth. And the truth is, a lot of you are hiding behind the warm, fuzzy concept of thankfulness as an excuse to do absolutely nothing with your lives. You tell yourself, I should be grateful for what I have, when in reality, you're just afraid to push harder, risk more, and demand better from yourself. You've convinced yourself that being thankful means being content. That's a lie. Gratitude should fuel ambition, not kill it. But for most people, thankfulness is just a pretty mask for complacency. You're using it as an emotional shield to avoid discomfort, to justify mediocrity, to stay in your safe little bubble where nothing ever changes. And you know what happens to people like that? They lose. This speech isn't for losers. This is for the ones who refuse to settle. So listen carefully, because I'm about to rip apart the bullshit that's been holding you back and show you what real success requires. But gratitude without action is just self-deception. People love to talk about gratitude like it's some magic key to happiness. Just be thankful and everything will be okay. What a load of crap. Gratitude without action is worthless. You can sit there all day and say, I'm grateful for my life. But if you're not actively improving, pushing, and building something, then your gratitude is just empty words. The truth is, most people use gratitude as an excuse to do nothing. They sit in their comfortable little lives, pat themselves on the back for being grateful, and never take any real steps forward. That's not gratitude. That's self-deception. It's the mental trick you play on yourself to justify your lack of ambition. You say you're thankful, but deep down, you know you're just too scared or too lazy to aim higher. Gratitude should never be a stopping point. It should be a launch pad. Real gratitude isn't about sitting back and admiring what you have. It's about proving you deserve it by building on it. It's about making something bigger, something better. If you're truly grateful, you show it by working harder, not by standing still. Let me tell you something. No truly successful person stops at gratitude. The biggest achievers in the world are never satisfied. They use gratitude as motivation, not an excuse. They wake up every day and ask, how can I take this further? You think Elon Musk sits around being grateful and doing nothing? Hell no. He takes what he has and pushes it beyond what anyone thought possible. So if you think your gratitude means you can take it easy, you're lying to yourself. If you're truly thankful for your opportunities, your life, your skills, prove it. Go out there and do something that matters, because words are cheap and the world doesn't give a damn about your thankfulness. It only cares about what you do. Comfort is the enemy of progress. The reason most people fail is simple. They get comfortable. And comfort is the slow poison that kills ambition. You get a decent job, a stable paycheck, maybe even a nice house, and suddenly you stop pushing. You start thinking, I should just be thankful for what I have. And before you know it, years go by and you've done nothing remarkable. Let me tell you something, nothing great comes from comfort. Every single person who has achieved real success has done so by embracing discomfort. They put themselves in hard situations. They take risks. They force themselves to keep moving, even when it sucks, because they understand that progress only happens when you're uncomfortable. The second you start feeling too grateful for where you are and stop striving for more, you're finished. That's it, you've lost. Because the world doesn't stop moving. Other people are out there grinding while you're sitting back grateful for your mediocrity. And guess what? They're the ones who are going to take the opportunities you were too lazy to go after. You need to start seeing comfort for what it is, a trap, a drug. It seduces you into thinking you've made it, when in reality, you're stuck. You have to fight against it every single day. You have to wake up and force yourself to push harder, take risks, and never settle. If you're really thankful for what you have, then use it to go further. Use it to build something unbelievable. Because if you let gratitude turn into comfort, you're already on the path to failure. Fake thankfulness is just fear in disguise. A lot of you aren't really thankful, you're just scared. You tell yourself you're grateful because it's easier than admitting that you're afraid to go after something bigger. That's bullshit. And deep down, you know it. Fear is what stops most people from succeeding. It's what keeps them small, and instead of facing that fear head on, they disguise it as gratitude. They say things like, I'm happy with what I have, when in reality, they're terrified of losing or failing. Let me make this clear. You cannot let fear control your life. The people who win in this world are the ones who face their fears and crush them. They don't hide behind excuses. They don't settle for good enough. They push through every bit of discomfort and go after what they really want. So stop pretending your lack of action is gratitude. Be honest with yourself. Are you really thankful, or are you just too scared to take the next step? If it's fear, deal with it. Get uncomfortable, take risks, move forward. Because the only thing worse than failure is looking back and realizing you never even tried. The world rewards execution, not excuses. Let's get one thing straight. Nobody gives a damn about your excuses. Nobody cares why you didn't start that business. Nobody cares why you didn't take that risk. Nobody is sitting around feeling sorry for you because life is hard. You know who wins? The people who execute. The people who do instead of talk. You can sit there and say, I'm grateful for what I have, all you want. But if you aren't producing results, then your gratitude is just a shield for your own weakness. The world doesn't reward people for being thankful. It rewards them for taking action. It rewards the people who wake up every day and get shit done, no matter how they feel, no matter what obstacles stand in their way. Too many of you are playing defense with your life. You're reacting instead of attacking. You tell yourself that gratitude means you should be satisfied with what you have. But really, that's just a coward's mindset. The winners, the people who dominate, are always on offense. And they're always making moves. They're always creating, building, expanding. Success is about execution, not good intentions. You can have the best ideas, the most motivation, and the most well thought out plans, but if you don't act, none of it matters. Do you think the marketplace cares how hard you tried? Do you think your competition is going to step aside because you're thankful for what you already have? Hell no. They're going to crush you while you're sitting there patting yourself on the back for your gratitude. Let me tell you something about the people who actually win. They don't make excuses. They don't let gratitude turn into stagnation. They use what they have to go further. They execute, they produce, and they take what's theirs. If you're not in that mindset, then don't expect to be anything more than just another loser who talks a big game but never delivers. So here's your reality check. Stop talking about how grateful you are and start proving it by producing results. Because at the end of the day, nobody cares what you say. They only care what you do. If you're not growing, you're rotting. There is no such thing as staying the same. You're either moving forward or you're falling behind. You're either growing or you're rotting. And most of you, you're rotting, but you're too damn comfortable to admit it. You think because you have a steady job, a nice house, or a decent income, You've made it. That's bullshit. The moment you stop growing, you start dying. You think champions wake up and say, I think I'll take it easy today? No. They wake up hungry. They wake up obsessed with getting better, doing more, and pushing past their limits. Your problem is, you don't feel urgency. You think you have time. You think life is just going to hand you opportunities when it's the right moment. Let me tell you something. There is no right moment. There is only now, and if you're not using it to push forward, then you're slipping backward. Success is about momentum. It's about constantly increasing your capacity, your knowledge, your strength, and your impact. The second you get comfortable and start convincing yourself that you should just be thankful for what you have, you've already lost the game. Gratitude should be the fire that pushes you, not the excuse that holds you back. So ask yourself, are you growing or are you rotting? Are you waking up every day with a plan to get better, or are you just going through the motions, pretending that gratitude is enough? Because I'll tell you this, if you're not actively growing, you're already on the way down. And once you hit rock bottom, no amount of thankfulness is going to save you. Wake up, get moving, and never, ever let yourself stop growing. Success requires unreasonable levels of hunger. If you want to succeed at a level most people can't even comprehend, then you need to be willing to do what most people won't. And guess what? That means your level of hunger needs to be unreasonable. The reason most people fail is because they aren't hungry enough. They think working hard means putting in 40 hours a week. They think doing their best means trying once or twice and then quitting when it gets hard. That's why they stay broke, stuck, and average. The people who actually win are the ones who wake up obsessed. They're the ones who are willing to sacrifice everything, sleep, comfort, distractions, to chase success with a level of hunger that scares other people. And here's the reality. Most of you don't have that hunger. You've let yourself get soft. You've convinced yourself that being grateful means being content. That's why you don't push harder. That's why you don't sacrifice. That's why you let distractions pull you away from your goals, because deep down, you don't really want it bad enough. The people who dominate, the ones who make billions, the ones who change the world aren't just grateful. They are relentless. Their gratitude isn't some passive feeling. It's the fuel that drives them to go further than anyone else. They wake up every day starving for success. They don't make excuses. They don't get tired. They don't quit. So ask yourself, how bad do you want it? If you're not willing to be unreasonable with your hunger, then don't expect to get unreasonable results. Because success doesn't come to those who want it. It comes to those who need it, like they need air to breathe. You owe the world more than gratitude. You owe results. Let me make something very clear. You owe the world more than just gratitude. You owe it results. You weren't put on this planet to sit around being thankful for the bare minimum. You were put here to make an impact. Gratitude without execution is selfish. It's lazy. It's weak. The people who truly make a difference in the world, the ones who build, innovate, and create, don't just say they're thankful. They show it by making things happen. They take the opportunities they've been given and turn them into something bigger than themselves. You think the world cares about how grateful you are? You think history remembers the people who sat around saying, I should just appreciate what I have? Hell no. The world remembers the people who produced results. The world rewards the people who take action, who build legacies, who make a dent in the universe. If you're not actively pushing to do more, then your gratitude is just another excuse. If you're not using your time, your energy, and your talents to create something meaningful, then you're just wasting space. The world doesn't need another person sitting around talking about how thankful they are. The world needs leaders. It needs doers. It needs people who show up and deliver. So stop making gratitude a shield for your inaction. Stop using it as an excuse to stay where you are. If you're truly thankful for your life, your opportunities, and your potential, then prove it. Get up, take action, and make something happen. Because at the end of the day, the world only cares about one thing: results. Enough talking, enough excuses, enough pretending that thankfulness is enough. If you really want to succeed, if you really want to win, then show it. Work harder, push further, demand more from yourself, because in this world, you either take what you want or you get left behind. Now go out there and make something happen.